Hope springs in 2026, but now the truth is a lot of people are still struggling.
Yeah, definitely. When we see a loved one struggling, whether it's because of what's happening in the world that can be heavy or something personal, we want to help. But where do we start? Friend of the show and psychotherapist Olivia Verhulst is here to help. Welcome to New York Living. Welcome back to New York Living.
Thank you. I love this topic. I'm happy to be here.
It is a good topic because I don't know a single person who doesn't know a single person who's not struggling.
Yes.
Right? If that makes sense.
100%, absolutely.
I think you see someone struggling, even if it's a parent to a child, your initial reaction is, I want to help. But if you didn't go to school, you're not licensed, sometimes that help does the opposite.
Yeah.
Walk us through that.
So that was really well said. I think most of us absolutely want to help our loved ones. We don't want people to sit alone in their discomfort. But when we fall into some pitfalls, like acting on our own discomfort instead of tending to their needs, by that I mean we like to fix. We're fixers, right? So sometimes we'll step in and fix, which actually kind of robs people of the availability to build resources, build resilience, sit with their own discomfort. So what we want to avoid is first starting off with advice giving, fixing before we connect with them. We want to avoid making it about ourselves and toxic positivity.
Yeah.
Now, why do we fall into these pitfalls?
There's a lot of different reasons. We may not have been modeled ourselves the availability to sit in uncomfortable feelings. We also might be someone who is quick to fix because that's where we derive a lot of significance in our life. So it could start in early childhood. It could be habitual.
Yeah, all of those things. It's so funny. Yesterday, my youngest son, I came home and he was watching Good Will Hunting with Matt Damon, right? And one of the big motifs is therapy, right? He goes to therapy, and for the first 5 therapy sessions, Robin Williams' character and Matt Damon's character sit in silence. And my son looks at me and he goes, oh God. And I was like, it's because the therapist is listening, and he can't force anything. And I think that's so important.
That is such a great example of how we do show up for people. What Robin Williams was modeling in that movie is you have to connect with someone first. So some of the ways that we do show up for people effectively, we have to be present. We have to actually work to connect with them and be curious. We want to offer validation, withhold judgment. We also want to follow up. And I will say, after we connect with people, that's a great time to offer practical support and say things like, what is the best way to support you right now? Can I drop off dinner at 5 p.m. on Friday? Can I collect resources for you?
Does this kind of play into, in some sort of way, like love languages, how people receive help or receive love? Like if it's acts of service or words of confirmation, like that kind of thing?
It absolutely can. I mean, you want to get curious about how that person is receiving support. Everyone's going to be different, so be curious above all and do your active listening skills.
Right. I think that's why being journalists serves us well in these situations, because you're nosy, you ask questions and you hope that you're making yourself available. Right. There are some folks who refuse professional help. And that's the only thing truly, I guess maybe not the only thing, but that would be a huge leap in helping someone's self-discovery. How do you broach that topic with a loved one or with a friend?
So I would say starting with those active listening skills, which is presence, paying attention to your nonverbal cues. Are you making eye contact? Are you approachable? Picking a time that is the best time for that person to be receptive. Making sure that you're following up with that person when they're struggling. But when it comes to encouraging professional support, I think at the end of the day, we want to let them know therapy is a gift that you can give yourself and others. Acknowledge that there's stigma, and maybe model your own vulnerability by sharing, hey, I went to therapy and it actually really helped me in this way, if that's applicable.
I love it. See why she's a repeat customer?
Yes. I feel like I just learned so much.
Good.
Truly. Thank you so much, Olivia, for being on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
So fantastic.
Letting us listen.
You heard her. Active listening. Active listening, you can never go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
Never,
Very
ever.
true.